Hi, I'm Alan Nett with Yoga with Your Boots On, yoga for the construction industry. And as we get our DVDs going here, I've taken the time today, I want to demonstrate the right angle stretch for you. But first, I wanted to just show you this really wonderful fireplace that's been installed. It's a gas fireplace, so it doesn't burn any wood at all. But it's a heating unit, and I think it's a very, very attractive thing. And I was complimenting the contractor on the job and how beautiful he's really done. I love all the quality that's gone on. So, but I don't really want to talk too much about this. I want you to have an idea of actually how to do this right angle stretch, this framing square, right? So the framing square here is what we're going to head for right now. And I'm going to start off by saying, let's start off at the easiest place that we can possibly go to. So I'm going to go to the wall, and I'm going to stand with my feet about a foot from the wall, with my feet about a foot apart, and that they're parallel. Then I'm going to stretch up the wall. And what you can actually do is you can stretch up the wall, come onto your toes, and then try to keep your hands on the wall, and then slowly take the heels back down, and I get a nice stretch in my side ribs, starting to get a little bit of relief in my spine. So that's the easiest place to start this right angle stretch, the framing square from. But let me show you how I do this with a ladder as well. I'll take my ladder and I'll set my ladder up here. And then I'm going to let the framing square, I'm going to put the framing square here, and I'm going to clip it so that you can see it the entire time, and so that it makes a nice right angle, and you have that sense. So this is what I'm headed for. This wants to be my back. This wants to be my legs. My legs are going to be straight. My back is going to be that flat. So how can I use a ladder to demonstrate this? How can you learn? How can you relieve your body pain while using this, the framing square here? So I'm going to start off. I'm going to step my feet very close to the ladder. I'm going to take my arms up, very similar, same thing I did at the wall. Pressing my hands down strongly, pressing down, making my arms work. And from here, then, I'm going to make my legs work. I'm going to step back a little bit. I can feel that, oh, that's more comfortable for me. And press the arms down. Keep the ears between the biceps, between the arms, and pressing down strongly, make my arms work, make my legs work, and then I'm going to try to get my hips to lift a little bit. So you can see my pelvis moving, my hips moving, and lifting, and then I'm taking my navel to my spine. I'm looking for length in the side ribs as much as I can get. All right? At any one of these, I'm going to go down all of these here. I'm going to demonstrate each one of them. You find what's comfortable for you. You find what works for you. So I ask you not to challenge yourself in doing these. Make them easy for you, right? You find the easy one, and then you'll like to go back. If you challenge yourself, if you frustrate yourself, by golly, you won't come back. And you got to continue to do it, right? So this is a pose that you could do every day for a minute or two. Be in it. So here I am. My palms are flat again. My spine is being elongated. I'm stepping back. I'm finding where is that comfortable. There it is. My legs are working. My feet are spreading as I'm lengthening those side ribs, pressing down. And once again, can I roll my hips here? Yeah, I can roll my hips. And now my tailbone, the top of my head is going that way. The tailbone, the hips are going that way. Getting that length. Pulling my navel to my spine. When I pull my navel to my spine, when I bring my navel to my spine, it actually opens up my lower back a little bit. So there's a release that can happen here. Much the same as when I talk about the quadriceps working, releasing the hamstring, the navel moving back and the stomach moving strongly towards the spine allows the whole lower back to actually release and the muscles to extend. So I came from here. I'm going to bring myself to here now. Step back, so I've immediately got myself to that right angle. Right, I skipped one step, that's okay. You got the idea. The top of the head is moving towards the ceiling, and now you can see my back is paralleling this, my legs are paralleling that, and I'm going to step in just a little bit, there we go, and arms are working strongly, legs are working strongly, there we go. Top of the head is moving towards this direction, and my hind end is moving in that direction as everything is working. So I want to find the release and the relaxation that can happen here. All of this work, so I'm going to come out so I can talk. I would normally stay in that for another 30 seconds, maybe a minute. But all of this work, you'll find that as you practice it more and more, there's a whole level of relaxation that occurs in the pose and then after the pose. So you really want to practice it, be consistent with it. You can practice it in the office, at the desk, right, as a secretary. If you work in the office a lot, you can practice it if you're working in the kitchen. The kitchen sink is roughly about this high. You can take your hands to here and you can step back and get that elongation happening. But I must emphasize that in order for all of this to work for you, you must remember that the actions of the plumb bob, the actions of the feet being firmly on the floor, the legs working, the side ribs lifting, the arms acting, all of those have to be integrated. And every bit of the way I'm describing this, as you listen to each of the instructions, if you take your time and you go through, what did he say? What did he mean by that? If you don't understand it, go back, listen to it again. What did he mean? Try to understand it, because every part is a building block. You know, just as we're building this house, you got to start. You got to understand everything and build from the ground up. And when that happens, then relief of pain can occur and you'll avoid future injuries. Thank you so much for watching.